So a couple cheap guys on the Warriors could be appealing. Nemanja Bjelica, Otto Porter, but the guy who could go under the radar and it could wind up being a really good spot for him is Jaylen Brown because we have Jason Tatum and Dennis Schroeder both questionable. Brown's price tag looks really high at 9K, and if the Celtics are relatively healthy, that's just not a price you want to pay for Jaylen Brown ordinarily. But you take those guys off the court, and I think Brown maybe even becomes a top three player overall on the slate, and you'd be getting him at a huge discount off guys like Curry and Embiid and George. So just watch for Celtics news, but Brown could wind up being a really high end option for this slate.
Jules, talk to me about someone you'd build around at forward.
That's exactly where I was going to go, actually. So I like how Matt's thinking. I was going to say, you see that Q next to Jason Tatum. I think with the Celtics so shorthanded, the expectation is probably that he just kind of has to go. We're kind of seeing a lot of these guys that actually have injuries who in the modern NBA are with load management. They say, oh, take the night off. But when you have 7 guys in COVID protocol, we can't do that anymore. So guys that are questionable are playing now that would normally be given the night off. So I lean towards Tatum playing, but that's what I was going to point out. If Tatum's off the floor, or even if it's just Schroeder, there's so many guys that are out for the Celtics right now that Brown's going to have to do some serious heavy lifting. And if Tatum becomes one of those guys that's out, then yeah, Brown is going to be in a really strong spot against what is also a shorthanded Sixers team.